It's time for Friday feedback, emails, Twitter responses, Facebook comments, YouTube comments, etc. Will often make it into Friday feedback, where I give you a sampling of the sorts of responses I've received to show content. The first one we start with today is an email from a guy named Paul. I am going to warn you, it contains very strong language, and it is a very serious case of MAGA brain worms. Paul wrote in saying, "You're a effing moron. Davy Trump built," oh, by the way, this is in all caps. In all caps. "Davy Trump built 450 miles of the border wall. All you do is repeat the demo rats, commie, woke, fake news, talking points, a-hole. Stop your gotcha BS and stop lying. Your guests always make you look like what you are, a effing lying moron. It says a lot about imbeciles that supported a perverted pedophile that has the intellect of a fly. S-head scum like yourself," I'm cleaning this up for the FCC, "helped rig the 2020 election. Stop lying about it, you pile of S, a-hole. I worked at the Arizona polls. Stop lying. We were kicked out at 9 p.m., then the count was changed." Well, didn't they continue to count ballots? That makes sense. "I watched numerous postal trucks arrive at all hours of the night delivering fake ballots." How would you know they were fake? "Piles of S like yourself are destroying the country. Please do humanity a favor and drink Drano." If this upsets you, vote. If this upsets you, the best thing that we can all do is cancel out this clown's ballot. And I don't mean cancel it out by not count it. I mean cancel it out by vote all of us in every election we can vote in, such that his vote is irrelevant. That is my suggestion. There's very little to say. I mean, this is really serious brainworms, really, really serious brainworms. And, mental health professional would be the appropriate next stop for this person. Okay, let's just leave it there. But the way to counteract these people is by going out and voting ourselves. Here's someone, I guess, from the left who says I'm causing a problem because I recognize that Biden is running for re-election or something. User Sinker from Reddit says, "How much longer is David going to ignore the Biden polls? LOL. Time for a new candidate. David equals shill. Biden's now losing in almost 70% of the polls, 37% approval, 77% thinks he's too old, 66% of Democrats don't want him running, 21% approval among youth voters, down 8 points with black voters, independents leaving in droves." Many of these things are untrue. If this guy isn't pulled, we're effed. Whitmer or Newsom mops the floor. We're going to risk our democracy on some selfish 80-year-old who doesn't even know how bad he looks. Guy can barely function. He walked off the stage in the middle of a Purple Heart ceremony, and you could just see the spaciness in his dead eyes. This is a Titanic Hillary 2.0. I've spoken about this so many times at this point that I don't know that there's anything else to say. The idea that I'm shilling for Biden, shilling what? He's running for re-election, and to me, it seems like it would look really bad to pull Biden. I just call me crazy. It seems like that would attract bad, negative attention. Would I rather someone else? Yeah. Have I been saying for a while it's time to pass the torch to the next generation of leaders? Yes. I just don't know that it's so obviously a disaster for Biden to have a rematch against the guy he defeated last time, because I don't know in which states Trump has made any gains since 2020. And it seems that saying we're kicking Biden out and picking someone else would potentially do much more damage than whatever benefit this individual thinks it would bring. It's just an opinion. There's no reason to call people shills. There's no reason to do any of it. Chris Brown says some people just don't believe in your climate change theory. Well, it's not my climate change theory. I think this is an important thing. There's this reaction narrative to the things I say that I'm just making these things up. I'm coming up with these things. It's not about my theory. We have the best scientists on the planet looking at the best data we have and they've come up with our current understanding of what is happening. Is it conceivably possible that they're all wrong and the 0.02% of scientists who question elements of the understood climate change theory are the ones that are right? Yes, it is theoretically possible. Is that likely? It is not likely. So none of this is about me. And so many of the viewers that write in make it about me as if I'm coming up with this stuff. I'm not coming up with it. People that know more about this than me and presumably you are doing decades of research, and their understanding is that industrialization and human activities on Earth are causing unprecedented changes in the climate, and that there are things that could be done and arguably should be done to deal with that. It's not me. It's not about me. User MQ8QP says, so y'all Democrats hate Republicans for believing in Jesus. Very wrong. As I've pointed out before, there's no problem with people holding whatever religious beliefs they want to hold, as long as they recognize that their religious beliefs should not play a role in determining civil law and in influencing government. If one religion thinks abortion is murder and another religion thinks abortion is necessary in order to prioritize women's autonomy, then which religion do you pick to say this is how the law should be determined? No. Separation of church and state dictates that no religion is prioritized over another. No religion is established in civil government. And non-religion also does not get relegated to a secondary status, period. So I don't really know of Democrats that have a problem with anybody believing in Jesus. Believe whatever you want. It's a private matter. Just don't use your arbitrary so-called sacred beliefs or texts onto civil government where it has no business being. This is sort of funny. DSC dude says they can never decide if he's Sleepy Joe in the basement somewhere or if he's the smartest crime boss ever. Yeah, there is an obvious conflict between Biden doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know when it is. He doesn't know that he's president. He doesn't remember anything. And he is essentially a demented invalid. Okay. And he has organized a multi-decade criminal conspiracy for the enrichment of himself and his family and has done such a great job that there's no evidence that we can find. Which is it? Which is it? Please let me know. Lane Claypool, weighing in about Russell Brand, says just maybe they want to shut up Russell. They want to shut Russell Brand up. Could you believe that may be possible? Yeah, this is the argument that Russell Brand made, which is he has so much influence all of a sudden, and he's causing people to rethink the pandemic, and he's causing people to rethink Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and he's causing people to rethink vaccines, that they, I don't know who, the establishment, the corporate media, Democrats, I don't know, the globalists, they want to shut up Russell Brand because he just has too much influence. The reason I struggle to believe that's why these multiple allegations of sexual assault against him, including evidence like his own texts asking for forgiveness, it's hard to believe that that's all been concocted right now because his influence is so great when he has a YouTube channel that's 35% smaller than mine. It's just very difficult to believe. Would anybody believe it if there were 5 people accusing me of sexual assault and I had texts on my phone where I'm saying, please, I'm so sorry for what I did. And I said, they're coming after me because my influence is so big. Would any of you believe that? It's very hard. I hope not. I hope that none of you would believe that. That's why we're skeptical. And here's a Facebook message. This guy wrote in and said, you are insane. You were part of the propaganda. You were part of the problem of this America. I don't know what you think you're getting out of this. I have no idea, but you need help. You are a socialist. You are destroying America. As far as America goes, wake up, America. This guy is a nut. No punctuation. And then followed up with, we need a savvy businessman in charge of this country like we need Trump so bad you have no idea. I don't understand your ideology. You must not have any idea how business is run. I have businessmen get to be successful. You just run your mouth over and over propaganda, you Nazi. I'm not a Nazi, I'm Jewish, okay? I'm going to leave it at that. Think of maybe using a period or a comma, maybe a semicolon, even a double dash. Just consider it, okay? Consider it. That's all I'm saying. If you have something you want to say to me, hopefully on the more coherent end of what we looked at today, email info@davidpakman.com or leave a comment on any of our many social platforms. We have a fantastic bonus show coming up. Remember that you can get today's membership rates before they go up. When the new website launches, membership rates are going up. You can lock in today's membership rates for as long as you want at joinpakman.com. You can even get a discount by using the code 4 years, 4 indictments. Members get an extra show every weekday. Get the full experience at joinpakman.com.